Did you know the discount window was blah 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 blah. So in the 1920s?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let me touch the string.
The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States. It handles trillions of dollars every day.
The Federal Reserve is not a bank like the ones you're familiar with, but it does many things for us. When you buy a t-shirt for $10 or a company transfers millions of dollars, there's a good chance the Fed's involved in making sure payments go where they're supposed to go. The Federal Reserve, known as the Fed, is the central bank of the United States.
And a central bank is?
Well, a central bank regulates the supply of money in a country, issues currency in that country, and oversees the country's banks. As our central bank, the Fed is one of the main institutions in the U.S. that influences the economy. If you live in the United States, the U.S. economy has a big effect on your life every day. The prices you pay for clothes and food, whether a parent has a job that can support a family, or a good teacher or firefighter loses his or her job. These are all economic issues that affect you.
There's no way the Federal Reserve could fix everything that might be wrong with our economy, but it does contribute in many ways to making the economy run better.
One of the Fed's main responsibilities is monetary policy, which affects interest rates. And interest rates can affect a lot of things, including how many people are looking for work, how fast prices in our economy are rising, how fast our economy is growing, and ultimately, our standard of living.
The Fed also supervises and regulates financial institutions, making sure they're solid and are contributing to an overall stable financial system.
The Fed is even responsible for many parts of our payment system, including making sure millions of electronic payments get cleared each day. Government payments get made, and coin and currency are available to the public through the nation's financial institutions.
Several financial crises led up to the founding of the Federal Reserve. In 1908, Congress created a National Monetary Commission to study the economy, especially ways to reduce the number of crises and panics. The findings of this commission eventually led to the creation of the Federal Reserve System.
The Federal Reserve System was structured with a central part, the Federal Reserve Board in Washington, which provided oversight. It also included 12 regional reserve banks. If you live in the United States, this basic structure is the same today.
The Federal Reserve is the central bank of the United States. So what does that mean?
The Fed has 12 regional reserve banks spread throughout the country, but there's more to it than that.
The Board of Governors in Washington oversees the Federal Reserve System. There are 7 members, including the chairman.
Members of the Board of Governors are appointed by the President of the United States and confirmed by the Senate. They serve 14-year terms of office.
One really important thing to remember is that though the Federal Reserve is in part a government agency, it's independent within the government. The Federal Reserve doesn't get its funding through the congressional budgetary process, which can be influenced by policy. Its funding comes mostly from interest earned on government securities it holds and the fees it charges for the financial services it provides. It does this through monetary policy. Monetary policy